So hello Vít, we're glad to see you on our channel, and we have a few questions for you. So first of all, did you like this conference?
It was awesome. It was one of the best events that Liberland representative offices organized this year. I'm really excited to see, for example, members of Ukrainian parliament with us and talking about freedom. It's really exciting and a great organization so far.
Yeah, so we have a few more questions. It's like you were in Ukraine 1 year before, right? So what the changes was in the Liberland for this time?
Well, we did a lot of progress. Very recently we acquired the status for the free trade zone, which is very important for Liberland physical business. Now any Liberland company can do business out of the free trade zone, free of import-export taxes and free of VAT, which is, I would say, great benefit for them. We've got also an e-residency program, so people when they start companies they can first get the e-residency and then they don't have to do the identification again and again for every single process, so you just get your simple card. And we also have the Bitcoin Freedom, our major boat, almost finished, and Liberty was renovated, so now it's ready for visitors. Anybody can come and see Liberland and actually stay in a decent conditions directly there on the river Danube enjoying it.
Yeah, so it was quite enough changes for this time, right?
We're working on it very hard. We also had major diplomatic advancements this year. We organized a huge event in Uganda. I'm heading to UN now. I'm also heading to see some major political players in Croatia this year out of all these developments that happened recently.
Oh, good. So, and actually I wanted to ask about the citizenship for the last time. How many people have applied for citizenship for this time?
We've got almost 600,000 people that registered as Liberland nationals, and we consider 220,000 people as serious applicants. Now we have a couple thousand citizens already, but the process is quite slow. We really want the people to get engaged and help Liberland a little bit forward so they can feel it's their country.
Yeah, and to ask about the passports, how many passports were issued for this time for whom who applied?
Well, we are issuing passports now for Liberland diplomats only. So you have to become a representative of Liberland at some point in some embassy in order to get this passport, and you're only getting it if you need it for some diplomatic purpose. So if you're traveling for recognition, of course, all the members of delegation need it. If you're representing Liberland to your local government and you need to identify yourself, you're also going to get passport. And we have a plan to issue passports for regular citizens as well, but it's not our priority now. Our priority is to first get the country recognized so you can travel in much more countries than now with it, and then it will have the value for Liberlanders to use it. But right now it's kind of fun that Liberland passports are recognized by a number of services online already, so that's another kind of a plus for Liberland passport holders that they can use. And what kind of country would be if we didn't have proper passports? So I'm quite proud about the fact that they are very well recognized around the world already.
Yeah, but how many passports exactly, in the numbers?
We have issued roughly 300 passports so far.
Yeah, so and do you have any investors in the Liberland for now?
Yeah, we've got some major investors. Of course, Bitcoin.com keeps to be one of the largest financial supporters. I'm very proud to have Roger Ver on board, but now we've got some other big names in the crypto industry. We are just negotiating with them to become major investors and to elevate the whole Liberland story to the next level.
Yeah, and maybe can you name these investors? We really want to know.
I don't want to break the deal before it gets done, but I'm going to New York now to meet these people and to seal the deal. So let's hope that it will work well and we will seriously get the funding for Liberland to different level as well.
And does the Liberland for now have some relationships with? Does it take part in the relationship with countries?
Yes, of course. I'm going to UN actually to meet 3 presidents next week. So we are quite active on the highest level on the diplomatic side. It's quite a challenge now because we are operating on a whole different level than last year. I think I had just one informal meeting with one president over the course of last year. Now we have 3 meetings in 1 week in UN, so it's going to be a big challenge to basically properly introduce Liberland to these countries and to do the right step towards the formal recognition there.
So you're introducing the Liberland regularly. You don't leave time to relax, or?
No, of course it took already enormous diplomatic challenge to organize, for example, these meetings, and we still have some 200 countries left to do the same. It's a lot of work, a lot of important work, and a lot of demanding work, and it's not just one meeting, it's always several meetings explaining what we are doing, what is our legal situation, what are our challenges, what are the opportunities that they can get from Liberland. It's a lot of things now.
Yeah, and actually wanted to ask about the currency in Liberland. On which stage it's now, and what the exactly currency is now?
Well, right now we have issued actually currency at the beginning of this year. It's called Liberland Merit. It's directly pegged with your citizenship, and it's also pegged by the Liberland as a country, so meaning everything that is behind it. And it has been issued. First million tokens were issued, and they are traded on Untitled exchange. So if people want to get those tokens in this early stage, they are very welcome to do so. We are very conservative in terms of monetary policy, so everything that we are issuing is always not just backed by Liberland, but also by other assets that are basically governed now by the current government. But we are going to a whole new level in terms of fundraising, because we are launching this EOS.io blockchain that will be the next stage for our currency, which will decentralize the governance, which will basically open the whole Congress. 20 people will be in positive governance of Liberland, and I will kind of pull myself back. I will let these people to decide. I will just keep some powers. It's just some very limited powers in the system, and I hope that this Congress will take also Liberland to a completely new level.
Yeah, and on which exchanges can I buy current currency?
Right now it's on Untitled. We decided to not push it around, but also anybody that donates to Liberland in one form or another, they get Liberland Merit, the voting version of that, the staked version of that token in return. So in Liberland you cannot even properly donate, you always are getting some value back, which was our ideology from very beginning.
And how much is the currency unit for now?
How much is it? This is always pegged to US dollar. On the exchange it fluctuates between $0.50 and $1.50, depending on the demand, and it is quite stable if you consider the low volume in this early stage.
Oh, get it. And which countries now recognize the Liberland as a country?
We have now 6 diplomatic relations set up with other countries. The formal recognition we're actually purposefully avoiding at this stage. We don't want to give the supportive countries too much trouble on the international scene, but I'm very happy that we have 6 countries that correspond with us. And we have already signed a deal with Somaliland, which was very interesting to do, because they're also semi-recognized country by international community, and we hope that there will be good partners for the recognition process in future.
And it's just Somaliland for now, or you have more countries with already?
We've got 5 more countries which we regularly talk to, and they correspond with us on a diplomatic level, and they're also ones that we are choosing now to become our sponsors during the recognition process in UN, and it's very important for us to choose the right partner in this next level of diplomacy that we are entering into.
Okay, and a few questions more. Who lives in Liberland now?
Right now it's inhabited by basically 10 Croatian policemen that are protecting our borders. We are quite happy that Croatia still doesn't claim Liberland yet. It gives us the protection of our borders for free, and we're building this floating Liberland. So for next year we would really like to see up to 150 people living on the boats on the shores of Liberland. So that will be a big challenge that is ahead of us.
And they're going to live regularly, or for some?
I would say for events. Right now it's meant to be more hotel, but anybody can go and buy a houseboat in Liberland. They can put it for rental, and I think it might be a very fast return on investment with this one, because you can of course go there, enjoy your houseboat. We can also give it for rental for all these events that we are planning. So it is one of those options. Now anybody can move into Liberland, but they have to stay on a houseboat in order to avoid the trouble with the Croatian police.
Okay, and when is going to be opened the embassy in Ukraine of the Liberland?
Well, I wish we find the right partner for it. I'm here to secure some decent place in the center for a physical space. We are looking for partners that are already into crypto business, that are making co-working spaces, and I believe there will be one or two of these places that we will be able to see during this visit. I'm actually leaving on Monday, so I have enough time to look for these places, and I wish there was a strong physical community here that would have a nice base in the center of Kyiv.
Okay, great to hear it. And what can you wish to our community?
I'm very excited always to have you, the Blockchaintalk, here in Ukraine. It's exciting to be, because I see you as one of the rising media in Ukraine, and I wish you good luck.
Thanks. Подписывайтесь на наш канал Blockchain TV. С вами был Ярослав Самсоненко. До встречи.